All right, I managed to find some time to get out and do some training on my own. And what a day for it. Woohoo! Look at that. So I've been on my scooter. I'll show you the scooter. There it is, can you see it? Yeah. Been out on the scooter for an hour. I'm standing on the top of Mentone Lifesaving Club. If you're from around here, then you might know it. Oh, good one. I just wanted to talk anyway. I wanted to have a chat about some thoughts on cravings. Basically, I've been thinking while I've been scooting that my journey is one of sort of the slave becoming the master. And before I go on, I know there's a lot of people out there that might take this the wrong way. I don't mean to denigrate slavery at all, or slavery is abhorrent. Let me get that straight. I'm not saying that slavery is equal to food addiction. Obviously slavery is much worse, but it's an analogy. So please don't write to me and complain. I think it's an appropriate analogy. So I view myself as before that. I think it's fair to say that I was a slave to my cravings. The cravings were my master, and all these delicious and amazing foods that triggered off pleasure centers in my brain, they were the boss of me. They told me what to do every minute of every day. I didn't always listen, but too often I did. And they dominated my life, and they told me what to do, and my life was bad because of that. And there came a point in time when I recognized that was the relationship that was happening. That the slave master, the master of me was the food and my cravings, and an inner child was calling the shots, and not necessarily someone that's the master didn't have my best interests at heart, and the slave master is not there to help make sure the slaves have a good time. The slave is there for their own interest, to try to get what they want, and that's the way I started to view food in general, and my cravings of food was that they didn't exist for me. They didn't work for me. They weren't there to make sure that I was the best version of me that I could be. They were just food and cravings, and all this stuff it exists for its own purpose, and it is not paying attention to them and listening to them and giving into them is what they want, but it will not serve you. So the sooner we all can realize that and come to grips with that and understand that there's a part of you inside you that is working to sabotage you, and you need to figure out what that is and stop listening to it, stop paying attention. The slave master lives in you, and you need to recognize that. Well, I shouldn't say you. I don't know who's listening. I needed to recognize that. I needed to start understanding that there's a big section of me that was working to undermine my best efforts. And the sooner I understood that and accepted that and learned to tell that part of me to piss off, basically, that was when things started to turn around. And that's what happened when, during the first 2 weeks, especially the first 2 weeks anyway, and even more over the first month or two as well. But really in the first 2 weeks, that was when I came to understand that I just don't, there are parts of me that I should not be paying attention to. There are parts of me that want instant gratification. There's a tiny child that will lie down on the floor and kick and scream until it gets what it wants. And as any parent knows, if a child does that and you keep giving it what it wants, then it's going to keep doing it. And if you learn to ignore the child, or not necessarily ignore, the child still needs love when it's having a tantrum on the floor. It still needs love, it still needs a cuddle, but it doesn't need the reinforcement of getting whatever it's after to make it keep doing it again. that little child's going to learn that there are other ways to get what it wants. So yeah, that's my thought for the day. I don't know if I've made much sense, but yeah, don't be a slave, be the master, people. Don't be a child having a tantrum, be the responsible parent. You know. All right, that's that for me today. Go to my website, spudfit.com, and you can buy my books and t-shirts, and you can sign up to join the Spud Fit challenge if you like. And like and comment and share below. Share the video if you like it, and like on Facebook and all those sorts of things. And thank you very much for watching, everybody. Spud up.